So he just went straight upstairs to bed?
Could have had a pin drop.
God, what a nightmare.
A polite cough, an apology, and straight out the door.
Some party, eh?
His poor parents.
Poor guy. I mean, maybe he's gone stir-crazy.
Didn't look at all well.
Completely washed out.
3 months in prison in Thailand. That's enough to drive anyone round the bend.
Thank you.
I was reading that.
You had first shout yesterday.
Right. Let's see if I can make some headway on this project.
Is Jules coming round tonight?
We haven't planned anything. Why?
Just asking.
Asking what?
Well, just haven't seen much of her this week, that's all.
No, neither have I. And no, before you ask, we haven't fallen out. It's just I'm optimising work. I've got my project to finish.
So the wedding's still on there?
It was never off. I just wanted to avoid all the fuss.
Women always get their way.
Ah, exactly. Right, I'm going upstairs. I'll see you later.
So, have you got anything on today, then?
Got to finish a business plan for Sinbad.
Well, you're not going to spend all day working on that computer again, are you?
Got nothing else to do.
You're supposed to be on holiday. You should be out and about, mixing with the other kids.
What other kids?
Well, what about Leo from across the road?
I'd rather be on the computer.
I thought you got enough of all that at school.
I get none of that at school. I've told you, the place is a hole. I've got work to do.
Dad, how old were you when you left school?
16, why?
Just wondering. So you're only 2 years older than I am now?
Yeah. What's this all about, son?
No,
Nothing. Come on. What's on your mind?
just thinking. Might not go back to school after the half term.
What?
Thought. Might stay at home, teach myself like.
Teach yourself? What are you talking about, Leo?
Well, the teachers in our place, the last. There's not enough books to go around or anything. There's not enough resources.
Hang on a minute. Someone's been talking to you about all this, hasn't he?
Nah,
Leo.
no one.
Hi.
Alright.
It's him, isn't it?
No,
It's written all over your face, Leo.
you're alright. He reckons he's not going back to school after the half term.
And he's trying to talk you into skiving off school as well. The arrogant little so-and-so. Listen, you keep away from Danny Simpson, all right?
Alright, Dad. He's got a computer. He's on the internet and everything.
I couldn't care less. The lad is bad news, now keep well away from him.
Hiya.
Jules, what are you doing here?
Sorry, I didn't realise I needed an invitation.
Come on, don't be like that.
What do you expect me to be like? You haven't been in touch for the past week.
Well, let's go around the back. It's this project for college. I've been really busy.
Too busy to return me calls.
All right, I'm sorry. It's just... everything's been getting on top of me, you know? Work, the move to this place. And you don't know how annoying Dan can be. This move's really doing me in.
Nat. Are you sure that's all it is?
What?
You would tell me if there was something wrong, wouldn't you?
There's nothing wrong.
Promise.
Yeah, but what's brought all this on?
I know you're unhappy about the wedding plans.
Look, I might not want a big wedding, but I still want to marry you.
Yeah?
Yeah, of course I do. I'd marry you tomorrow if I had the chance. I love you. Come in.
Right, so this is how much I need to sell each month.
If you want to make a reasonable profit.
And I can make that much money every month.
Well, if you reach your sales targets.
Well, tell you what, mate, I'm very impressed with this. Well done.
And remember, you need to keep tight control on those stock levels.
Yeah, need to stay liquid, eh?
Exactly. Hiya.
Oh, hiya, Val. Just going through my business plan, you know.
Oh, sounds very impressive. Well, incomings and outgoings, quite simple to understand, really.
If you met me accountant, Danny, the boy wonder.
Hiya. Hello.
Right, well, this is great, this. I'll have a little look at this later on, mate.
Are you forgetting something? the small matter of my fee.
I was head screwed on this one, you know. Well, thanks to our brains.
Bye. See you.
Not short on confidence, him, is he?
Nah, he's a good kid, though. I'll tell you what, he knows his stuff as well.
Good afternoon.
Well, it wasn't about half an hour ago.
Sorry?
You know, my son decides to tell me he's thinking of jacking in school.
What, Leo? Well, he's only the same age as Danny, isn't he?
Yeah, 14. But he's got this daft idea in his head that he's going to stay at home and teach himself. Yeah, ridiculous, isn't it?
Well, it is becoming more common for kids to be educated at home by their parents.
Well, that's all right for these trendy middle-class types. I mean, they've got all the time and money in the world, haven't they?
Do you have a problem with me?
Well, I have when I find out that your son is trying to talk my son into skiving off school.
What?
Yeah, your Danny. He says he's packing in school and reckons Leo should do the same.
I had no idea.
Nah, of course not. Kid probably dreamed up the whole thing all by himself, didn't he?
Hi. What's wrong with him?
I think you and I need to have a chat, Daniel.
You can't go around telling people you're not going back to school.
Look at the trouble you've caused at the Johnsons.
Leo should have kept his mouth shut.
Daniel.
I'll put the kettle on here.
For 5 minutes, eh, Nat?
All right, yeah, we'll be in here.
Look, we know you're finding it hard to settle at school.
I hate it. I'm not going back.
Daniel, you have to go.
What? Why can't I stay at home? Teach myself. Use the internet.
It's not as simple as that.
I can get all the books I need from the library or your shop.
Look, sorry, Dan, it's out of the question.
So you're going to make me go back?
It can't be that bad.
It's awful. Why can't I go back to my old school? Why do we have to move here? What's wrong?
I don't know. It's jammed or something. Can you get that?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, come on, you...
Oh, hi, come in.
Who was it?
Hello, little brother.
You know, it's 6 months since Georgie was married.
Yeah?
Well, that's a long time for a brother and sister to avoid each other.
Yeah, I know.
Come on. Life's too short for family splits.
Hey, what happened to that wine?
Yeah, going as fast as I can.
Isn't it great to see George again?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Oh, come on, Nat. Why don't you two make it up? Become brother and sister again?
Look, she's the one who's been avoiding me.
Oh, it doesn't matter who's been avoiding who or what you fell out over. Let's just have an end to it, eh?
Yeah, it's been a wonderful evening so far. Let's not spoil it. Sounds like Jules and George are having a great time.
Hey, you didn't tell me you used to be in the Boy Scouts.
Thanks, George.
Well, haven't you seen the photos of him in his shorts?
I told you. Oh, come on, we're only having a laugh.
Yeah, lighten up, Nat.
Mum, is it all right if I stay the night? I think I'm over the limit.
Yeah, sure. It'll have to be the sofa, though, George.
Fine, I'll give Martin a ring.
And I'll get those photos out, eh?
Dad.
Oh, don't be such a spoiled sport. Nat.
I'm parched. Sorry, did I wake you? Everyone else is asleep.
It's okay. I'd only just dropped off.
Right. I'll see you in the morning then.
Hold on, Nat.
What?
What do you think?
Why did you come here tonight?
To see Mum and Dad? Say hello?
Right, after 6 months you suddenly turn up out of the blue. What are you after, George?
I heard you brought the wedding forward.
Yeah, so what?
So I don't want you to make the same mistake as I did. Rush into something and regret it later.
And who are you to tell me what to do?
I'm your big sister, Nat.
Well, not anymore. Things have moved on. I've moved on. I don't need you around anymore, George. So just leave all that in the past, where it belongs. Go on, give us a kiss.
No.
Come on, don't be mean.
What about my teeth?
They're in the jar in the bathroom where you left them.
You know what I mean. I'm not kissing you till I brush my teeth.
Go on, I'm not fussy.
Nat, I don't think we should. It feels funny. And this house is so tiny, someone might hear us.
Well, we'll just have to keep the noise down, won't we?
You decent? Don't be bashful, bro. It's nothing I haven't seen before.
Hi, Georgia.
Well, I am a married woman, aren't I? That's brilliant, Nat. Did you do it?
Yeah, of course I did. How old do you think I am? Well, I was going to paint over it, but Dan thinks it's wonderful. He'll be moving in here when Jules and I get our own place.
Sleep well?
Yes, thanks.
What you must have. Didn't hear a peep out of the pair of you all night. That's the thing about this house, isn't it? You can hear everything. Actually, you're quite honoured. I've never known Nat to have a girlfriend stay over before.
She's not my girlfriend. She's my fiancée.
Enjoy your breakfast.
My dad'd do his nut if I walked around the house half naked like that.
Yeah, well, you've been brought up proper, haven't you?
Your mum told me you and Georgia used to be thick as thieves. What happened?
That was nothing, really.
Oh, come off it. You haven't spoken to each other since you got married, and that was 6 months ago.
I don't go on with her husband, Martin, that's all. He's a bit of a prat. I couldn't understand why she married him. She could have done much better.
I hope she doesn't say that about me.
Hey, well, you seem to be getting on well enough last night.
I really like her, Nat, and I think it's great she's trying to patch things up between you. Oh, come on, Nat. Stop being so stubborn. You could at least meet her halfway. I thought it was your first day back at school today, Dan.
Yeah.
Are you not going in then?
No.
You know Mum's going to go ape.
What's wrong? Aren't you well?
There's nothing wrong with him.
I'm busy. I've got loads of work to do here. Installing the jug header.
Oh?
Dan's into computer speak. Makes him feel clever.
Sorry. Jughead. Johnson's Universal Gopher Hierarchy. Excavation and display tool.
Sounds complicated.
God damn, you're such a geek. Are you ready? I'll drop you off if you want.
Oh, great, thanks. See you, Danny.
Yeah, see you, nerdy. Mind don't get lost in gopher space. Ooh, it's Mum. It's going to hit the fan now, isn't it? Yeah.
See you. What are you doing here?
Eating my lunch.
Don't get smart with me, Danny. You're in enough trouble as it is already.
Sorry.
Why aren't you at school?
I'm working from home today. I'm learning more here than everyone in that place.
Your dad and I have been through this with you. There is no way you can teach yourself. It's just not practical.
Oh, Mum, please. I'll work really hard, I promise.
Daniel, you are going to school just like everyone else has to. Now go upstairs and put your uniform on.
There's no point in going in now.
Oh, yes, there is. If you go now, you'll be in time for this afternoon's lessons. Look, come on, Daniel. Brookside can't be that bad. You're just not giving it a chance.
Oh, it's not a school, it's a zoo.
Look, Danny, I know it's tough being a new boy, but you will get used to it. Now go upstairs and get ready, now. Georgia! Georgia! Afternoon tea!
Come on, own up. Who's responsible for this monstrosity? I found it in the garage.
What have you brought it in for? We were hoping somebody might steal it.
Oh, dream on. Cheesy or what? Are you sure it's big enough? I mean, why didn't you just get a mural done, cover the whole wall? I'm just glad I was the one taking the photo.
The Bradleys had it done for us. A housewarming present.
I don't know what you did to deserve this, but it must have been something pretty terrible.
Well, you know the Bradleys, bags of money and not an ounce of good taste between them. Goodness knows what Nat's wedding is going to be like.
Jules going for the white frilly frock, and that is she.
Oh, yes, absolutely. She'd probably end up looking like a meringue. I wouldn't be surprised if she turned up in a tiara.
Well, the wedding photos should be a treat anyway. Lots of lovely soft focus. And those nice classy keyhole-shaped
very
shots.
nice. But don't mention that to the Bradleys. They'd probably end up thinking it's a good idea.
Well, if they get bored of photos, they could always have a life-size plaster cast of the entire congregation. That should look good in their front garden.
Yes, but nothing would surprise me. Don't tell Jules, though. She'd probably set her dad onto us.
Meow. I take it you're not over keen on Nat's choice of wifey.
She's a nice enough girl.
But?
Well, to be perfectly honest, I've absolutely no idea what Nat sees in her.
She's not at all what I expected. I imagined him with someone with a bit more... Well, just a bit more.
Yeah. I don't think Nat knows what he wants, really. And the whole thing has just happened so quickly.
Yeah, well, I'm hardly one to comment on that, am I? Only knew Martin for about 5 minutes before I went off and married him. Should have waited.
I thought you and Martin were happy together.
We're all right, really, I suppose. In a boring, ploddy sort of a way.
But you've only been married 6 months. Surely it should still all be exciting and romantic.
Put it this way, feels like 6 months too long to me. I think I've made a big mistake, Mum. I should never have married him.
Hey, give it back! Mind your manners, you. Say, please. I say, Lord Snooty, you're bally late for school today, old chap. Did the Sevens forget to wake you up? Or were you just too scared to come to school? You know you've had it, don't you?
Just give it a rest, will you?
Give it a rest, will you? Hey, you. You know that wall by the science block?
Yeah.
It's not there no more. I knocked it down with me head. I'm in training, you see, for a scrap.
Why do you always keep picking on me?
Because you're a snot, that's why.
Just leave me alone, will you?
You tired of living or what? 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0.
Come in.
Brought you a cup of coffee.
All right, cheers.
What you working on?
Our revision timetable.
As opposed to actually doing some revision.
Yeah, something like that.
Very fancy. Maybe you should get a job in graphic design instead. I could get you a job at our place. I'm not putting you off, am I? Just being around the house.
No, it's just... it's a pain having to work in my room, you know. No space. Anyway, shouldn't you be at work?
They give me a few days off. Well overdue. Been working flat out since March, even on Sundays.
Yeah? I thought you were only supposed to be staying for one night. Might not be thinking you've left him.
He'll be all right. Anyway, I'm going home later.
Right.
Can't say I'm looking forward to it, though.
Yeah, well, you're the one who married him.
Yeah, I know. I've made my bed. At least we're on speaking terms. I've hated the last 6 months.
I'm sorry you and I fell out at the wedding. Did it ruin everything for you?
Can't say it was the happiest day of my life. Anyway, we can make a fresh start now.
Yeah, leave all that in the past.
So long as you and I are on speaking terms, I'm happy. I've really missed you.
Oh, sorry, not disturbing you, am I?
What are you doing?
I'm the local peeping Tom. I'm doing the windows, what do you think?
Yeah, well, do you mind leaving them for today?
joking, aren't you? They're filthy, they need cleaning these.
I just think you should speak to my mum and dad first. They might have made other arrangements. Look, come back about 6 o'clock. They should be here by then.
Well, surely they're going to want the windows cleaning, aren't they?
Yeah, and surely it'd be polite to ask them first.
Try to do an honest day's work, and that's what you get.
Where were we before we were so rudely interrupted?
I think you were just about to leave me to get on with some revision.
Okay. I can take a hint.
Alright. Didn't see you at school today.
Didn't fancy me in Tinhead's punch bag.
Fair enough. So, where'd you get to then?
Just went to the city centre.
What, round the shops and that?
No, I went to this museum. For this brilliant samurai exhibition.
You're gonna get collared in the end, you know.
I'm learning more getting out and about than I ever would in that dump. You should join me.
Nah. My dad'd kill me if he found me sagging.
Didn't realise you were such a good little daddy's boy.
I'm not.
So why don't you join me tomorrow?
I don't know.
Going to the internet cafe?
Thought you were on the internet at all.
Yeah, but I can't go on it when I'm meant to be at school, can I?
What's it like there then?
Pity you can't come with me tomorrow and you can find out for yourself.
Hang on. I haven't said I'm not coming yet.
I wish you'd make up your mind.
Alright, I'll come.
Looks like the street theatre's over for the day. It's a pity I've got to go home. Want to know what happens in the next instalment of The Missing Watch. Maybe I should stay another night.
Might not be wondering what's happened to you.
Suppose I should get my stuff together then. Will you miss me?
I'll survive.
We should lighten up a bit, Nat. Give me a chance, eh?
I didn't know you'd still be here.
Oh, can't wait to see the back of me, eh?
Are you staying again tonight?
No. Got to get home to hubby, I'm afraid.
Oh, you're not going to leave it ages before you come and see us again, are you?
No. You'll be seeing a lot of me from now on. Right. I've said goodbye to Danny. Will you tell Mum and Dad I'll give them a ring in the week?
Yeah, sure.
I'm glad we made up.
Yeah, me too.
I felt rotten these last 6 months.
Yeah, well, you know, we've both got our own lives to be getting on with now.
Yeah. Right then. I'll get going. See you soon. What?
I don't think we should...
Don't be such a prude, Nat. I only want to kiss you goodbye.
Just go.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
Nat!
Just go now!
What are we going here for? It'll be dead boring.
We're educating ourselves.
What's the point of sagging off school if we won't have a laugh?
Don't be so negative. You might actually enjoy yourself.
Can't we go and see Fred's weather map instead?
You can have your geography lesson after a bit of history now. Come on.
I think renting's money down the drain, but if you insist.
I'd just be happier.
Oh, we are. 2-bedroom flat, fully furnished, kitchen, bathroom, reception area, £65 a week.
Yeah, sounds all right.
Oh, I'll give the landlord a ring then and see if we can go and have a look at it.
We'll get it. Georgia, what are you doing here?
Thanks for that most welcoming of welcomes.
Why not your work?
I called in sick. I couldn't sleep. Too much to think about.
Look, George, you can't keep coming round here all the time.
It's my parents' home as well. Look, are you going to keep me standing here on the doorstep, or can I come in? Thanks. Oh, hi, Jules.
Hi, you're not in work today?
No, day off.
The landlord says we can go and have a look at it now.
Great, I'll go and get my coat.
What's this then?
Well, me and Nat are going to have a look at her flat. Do you fancy coming with us? It's only round the corner.
Oh, I'm sure Georgia's got better things to do with her time.
No, I'd love to come.
Oh, great. It'll be good to get another opinion. You know what this one's like? It's been hard enough persuading him to even look at a place. Anyone would think he'd been forced to marry me.
I'm bored. You made out it was going to be dead exciting here.
Would be really interesting if you bothered to read any of this stuff.
You don't sag off school to spend the day reading.
I've told you we're not sagging off school. We're educating ourselves.
So you keep saying.
Hey, listen to this. No, you idiot! You scared the life out of me.
You should have seen your face.
You're gonna get us thrown out.
All right, I'm only having a laugh.
It's horrible in there, isn't it?
Do you think it was really like this?
Worse. All those slaves crammed below deck, their legs chained. They kept like that for 2 months, sometimes longer.
Just imagine.
1 in 5 of them died before they even reached the end of the journey because the conditions were so terrible.
And what did they do with the dead bodies?
What do you think? Just threw them overboard. And if they ran out of food, they just got a load of slaves and threw them into the sea.
How can people be so evil?
Just imagine being here all that time. We've only been here a few minutes. I feel sick already.
Come on, let's go. It's horrible in here.
Fancy the internet cafe after this?
Can we go to Wadey's first? I want to look at the trainees.
What for?
Because I want to educate you and all. Because them trainees you're wearing, they're just too sad for words.
Oh, hiya. I didn't realise you were the landlord of this place.
I'm not. Are you looking for Terry Sullivan?
Is he the landlord?
Yeah.
All right. Well, he said it'd be all right for us to come round and look at the place.
Well, nobody's informed me.
Do you live here? Right, I thought you lived next door to us but one on the close.
I do. Well, I did. Until recently. Very recently. This is just a temporary measure. Listen, when are you thinking of moving in?
Oh, not until after we're married, in August.
Oh, right. Well, I should be well out of your hair by then.
So do you mind if we have a quick look round now? It would just save us having to come back.
No, not at all. But I'll have to rush you. I'm due in work soon.
Thanks very much. We really appreciate this.
Listen, I'm sorry about the mess. If I'd have known you were coming, I'd have.
Baked a cake? This is quite a nice sized room, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not bad.
What's through there?
Spare room.
Do you mind if I have a look?
No, no. Go ahead.
The Channel Islands in South Wales.
So, when's the big day?
7th of August.
Have you been to get along?
Oh, no, it's Nat and Jules who are getting married. I'm Nat's sister, Georgia. I've just come along to lend a bit of moral support.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry.
Do you mind if I have a look at the other bedroom? There's a bathroom through there as well.
Yes, hang on. I ought to just tidy up first. Just hang on a second.
What do you think, Nat?
Yeah, it seems quite nice.
What do you think, Georgia? Do you think this would make a nice little love nest for me and your brother?
Don't see why not.
Oh, I can't wait till we're married and we've got a place of our own.
Yeah, not long to go now.
I think we could be really happy here.
This is well better than school.
I told you to enjoy yourself. Stay here's worth well more than a week in that dump.
So what are you looking up now?
Stocks and shares.
Okay.
It's dead interesting once you get your head around it. So this is how people become billionaires.
Just loads of dead boring numbers.
You can call it your maths lesson then, can't you?
I don't want a maths lesson. I hate maths.
I'll try and make it more interesting for you then.
Forget all that. I dare you to look for some porn.
God, you're so predictable. I'm not spending my money on a piece of cheap voyeurism.
You what?
Look it up in the dictionary. I think we better be going now. It's nearly home time anyway.
Yeah, today hasn't half gone quick.
What are you doing Monday? Going to school or coming with me?
What do you think?
Do you take sugar, Georgia?
Just milk, thanks.
Shouldn't you be making a move soon?
Sorry if I'm being a pain. Just dreading going back to him.
Why?
Me and Martin had a massive row last night. I was this far away from walking out on him for good.
You can't leave him. You've only been married to him for 6 months.
So you want me to spend the rest of my life in misery, do you?
You just have to make more of an effort.
What do you think I've been trying to do?
Look, I don't want to hear this. If you're having domestic problems, talk to Mum about it. I've got enough on my plate.
Thanks for your support.
What's that you're looking at?
Just some old magazines.
Oh, it's really nice to see you two getting on so well. You don't know how lucky you are.
How do you mean?
I've always wanted a brother or sister.
Yeah, you can have mine if you want.
Can't he be nasty?
I'm used to it. Hey, why don't we go out for a drink tonight? Check out that club by the shops.
I'm game.
Shouldn't you be getting back to Martin?
He'll be all right.
Well, that's sorted then. I'll make a start on supper.
Don't mind me coming for a drink with you, do you, Nat?
It's a free country. You can do what you want.
This is a funny little place, isn't it?
It's quite handy, though.
Should we sit at this table?
Yeah, go on, I'll bring the drinks over.
Hey, Mike, don't look now, mate, but there's two girls standing up there. I'm sure one of them's giving you the eye.
That one there. She's forward, isn't she?
Oh, I used to go to school with her.
What do you want to get over there, mate? I think you're in.
It's later, boys.
See you later.
See ya, good luck.
Suppose I should go after this. Otherwise, Martin will be sending out the search party.
Surely you can stay for one more drink.
I'm sure I could be tempted.
There's a toilet in this place.
Just so those doors clean, by the side.
Won't be long.
God, I'm dreading going back to him.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll sort things out.
There's nothing to sort out. We're totally incompatible, that's all there is to
Just
it.
stop it, George.
Stop what?
Painting this really bleak picture of marriage. You're not going to put me off, you know.
Nat, just don't make the same mistake as me.
I'm not making a mistake. I love Jules.
Do you?
Just go home, George.
You just won't listen, will you? Okay. Learn the hard way. Tell Jules I said goodbye. Does anyone...
Where's Georgia?
She's gone home. She said to say goodbye.
Why did she go?
Don't ask me.
Oh, you haven't been arguing again, have you? You've only been gone 5 minutes.
I don't want to talk about it.
I don't know what the matter is with you two. You're like a pair of 5-year-olds.
Oh, hi, darling.
Hi. Thought I'd just call and see how you are, with Dad being away.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm used to him swanning off to book fairs after 20-odd years.
Hello, Nat.
Gonna put the kettle on for your sister, Nat.
Sorry, Mum. Got to see a man about the properties of aluminium.
Sounds fascinating.
I'd be queuing up for tickets. Anyway, shouldn't you be out there keeping the admin happy?
Day off.
Another one.
Is it a flying visit, or do I get you to myself for the whole day?
All day, if that's okay.
That's great. I'll have to go over to Susanna. I'm due over there for coffee.
Well, I don't want to spoil your plans.
Oh, don't be silly. It's not very often I get my only daughter to myself for the whole day.
Actually, I was hoping to stay a bit longer than that.
Why, is Martin away?
No. Martin and I have split up. I've left him.
That was your dad, drooling on over his latest acquisitions?
There's no room in this house for another set of bookshelves.
I told him about you and Martin.
And?
He's worried about you, same as me.
There's no need, Mum. I'm fine.
Look, if you want to talk about this...
There's nothing to say, really. I'm not going back to him.
But you've only been married a few months.
Long enough to know I don't love him. Just totally incompatible. I rushed into it all far too quickly. I hardly knew him.
Well, your dad and I did say that at the time.
Yeah, I know. Should have listened for a change, saved all this mess.
Well, it's a bit too late for recriminations, eh?
Funny thing is, I can see Nat making the same mistakes as me.
Well, he seems determined to go ahead with it.
What does he see in her?
Hardest part of being a mum is knowing when to keep your mouth shut. Not that I don't like the girl. She's just not the one I would have chosen for Nat. And as for Ma and Pa Bradley...
Merseyside's answer to the Duckworths.
This wedding's going to be one of the most expensive exercises in bad taste on record. Look, Georgie, I'm really sorry about you and Martin. But I'm ever so glad you're home. I missed you.
Me too, Mum.
Oh, and I'm so glad that you've patched things up with Nat.
Yeah. Now I'm back, we can get back to how we used to be. I know Nat wants that as much as I do.
Right, well, I think I'll have an early night. See you later.
All right, sir.
I haven't been skiving off, Dad, honest.
I don't want any more lies, Leo.
I don't know I haven't been going to school, but I've still been learning.
Yeah, well, you do that at school.
Yeah, but Danny's got this dead good plan to teach himself.
I thought he'd be in there somewhere. I've already had a word with his father about all this.
We've been going to museums, art galleries and that. He's dead clever. I've been learning loads.
He's 14 years old, son. What the hell can he teach you? You need to be in school.
You were teaching us at home when you kept me and Gemma off last year.
Yeah, and you hated every minute of it. You couldn't wait to get back to school. Look, son, it's tough enough out there. The only way you've got any kind of future is to get a decent education.
And that's what I'm doing.
And you won't get that by hanging around with some snotty-nosed kid who thinks he knows it all.
Oh, thanks, Mum.
Are you sure you'll be comfortable down here? You can always come in with me with your dad away.
I'll be fine.
OK, I'm off to bed. Night-night. Night-Nat. Put the landing light off when you come up.
Nat, please.
Listen, you might have made a mess of things with Martin, but things are fine for me and Jules. I love her, and there's nothing you or anyone else can do about that.
I knew it was you.
I couldn't sleep.
Me neither.
We've got to sort this out.
That's what I've been trying to do.
You've got to stop this, George. Do you have any idea what you're doing to me? Look, go back to him, please.
I've tried. I really wanted things to work out with me and Martin. Very hard I've tried.
All these months.
I thought if I went away, married Martin.
You hurt me, George. Lots.
But it's over now, Nat. We can be together again.
No. It was great when we were younger, but things have moved on. And you were the one who changed the rules.
So we can change them back again.
No, we can't.
Love you.
Please, try and understand. I'm happy with my life the way it is. I'm trying to get on without you.
We belong together. You know we do.
I'm gonna marry Jules.
And make the pair of you as miserable as me and Martin.
No, I love her.
You're kidding yourself, Nat. I've been there with Martin. Every kiss was from you. Every look, every touch.
Don't. It's finished.
It can't ever be finished. You know that. I want you, Nat. You can go through this charade with Jules. Pretend it's her you love. But I know how much you want me.
No.
You do, Nat. You always will.
Mom, do I have to change these sheets as well?
I'm not sleeping on your stinking sheets, muskrat.
Mum!
What?
This isn't gonna work! What am I supposed to do when Jules comes round?
Why can't George go in with Nat?
There's an idea. Because she can't.
Why not?
Oh, for goodness sake, because they're brother and sister, that's why not.
You always used to.
We did. Don't be silly, they're grown up now and I don't know what you're fussing about. That room's going to be yours soon anyway.
I need my privacy anyway.
What do you need privacy for?
Don't ask.
Look, how am I supposed to revise with him going on?
Why don't I just sleep on the sofa? Suits me fine.
Well, it doesn't suit the rest of us. Salad, doll.
No, thanks.
She's nice, isn't she?
Who?
Susanna Farnham.
Very fanciable.
I thought she'd be your type. What about her next door? Legs and leather jacket. From the petrol station.
Tempting.
Just leave it. Does she never go to work? There's my book in here.
If it's something about the Bauhaus movement, it's in the front room. Do you want some lunch?
No thanks.
What's the matter?
Nothing. I'm gonna be working all afternoon, right? And I don't want anyone disturbing me.
Okay to put some music on?
Yeah, sure.
What's going on with those two?
God knows.
Still a stupid quarrel over poor old Martin, I suppose.
Well, he's not that bad, is he? Why doesn't that hate him so much?
He's a bit of a rugger bore.
And a car bore.
Just a bore full stop, really.
Well, it's impossible in a house this size with Nat and Georgia. You're going to have to say something or find out how long she's staying.
What, me?
Yes.
Sounds very formal. Can I sit down, please, or is it a smack across the knuckles and up to my room without any tea?
What room?
Oh, Dan's moved in with Nat temporarily till Nat moves out.
Or until I go back with Martin. That's what this little chat's about, isn't it?
Well, look, darling, we don't want to pry,
But you want to know when I'm going back. Well, I'm not.
Well, what has happened with you and Martin? People don't just walk out on their husbands.
Join the real world, Mum. They do.
Is he, seeing anyone else?
Oh, Dad. I made a mistake, Mum. People do. Not everybody finds the right person the first time round. Just because you and Dad managed it doesn't mean that everybody does. I don't love him. I don't even like him very much anymore.
Well, you were keen enough to get married. It cost us a bomb.
I made a mistake.
Well, look, darling, you know you're welcome to stay here as long as you like. But we can't, all 5 of us, live cooped up here if you and Nat are going to...
I'll go.
Well, that went well.
Try again later.
It's,
Oh, hi. Come in.
Yeah, I just came round to see if Mr. Thornton had been in contact with you yet.
Sorry, who?
Mr. Thornton, the headmaster. Brookside come? Because I want to make it dead clear that none of this was Leo's fault, all right?
None of what?
You know, he'd never think about sagging off, Leo. It was your lad put the idea into his head.
What idea?
Sagging off.
What, sorry?
Have you hurt your arm?
It's nothing. You do know your lad's been truanting, don't you?
No. Danny's been at school.
He hasn't.
He has?
No, he hasn't. He's been dragging our Leo around town all day, since half-term. I've had the education welfare officer on me back.
Well, nobody's contacted us. Look, this has got nothing to do with Danny.
I'm not going to argue with you, Mr. Simpson. I'm just telling you the facts. And the fact is that your lad is still feeding our Leo this daft teach-yourself rubbish.
Sounds like Dan.
Except, of course, your facts are wrong.
Well, talk to your boy, then.
Oh, we will. Just as soon as he comes home from school.
OK, fair enough. Maybe you don't mind. Maybe you're happy for your son to be wandering around town all day. But I want to know where my Leo is. I want to know he's safe and getting a proper education.
Well, that's debatable.
I didn't realise you were such a stickler for conventional education, Mick.
Didn't you keep your 2 off school for quite some time yourself?
Yeah, I did. But that was different. That was for their own protection. And I knew exactly where they were.
I'm sorry, we can't help you. All I can think is that Leo's spinning some rather inventive tales to save his own skin.
Because if Danny was involved, we certainly would have heard about it by now, and we would have been called to the headmaster's study too.
So, there we are. Can I get you a drink, Mick?
So this is the formal interrogation, is it?
They had a go at me earlier on.
Nobody had a go at anyone.
All we're saying is, will you leave those carrots alone, please?
Sorry.
All we're saying is if you 2 are going to live under the same roof, then your mother and I will have to move out, or else you 2 are going to have to bury the hatchet. Because the way things are now,
That'll be Jules.
Oh, God, no. Is she coming to supper?
Mother! Goodness me, put your claws in.
I don't mean anything. It just gets so crowded around the table and there isn't really enough. And you've eaten half the carrots for a start.
So come on, Georgie. What's this quarrel about?
What quarrel?
You and Nat.
It's not a quarrel.
No? So how come you didn't talk for months?
I've been talking to him today.
And how come every time you're in the same room together, there's an atmosphere you could cut with a knife?
It's, Dan's headmaster, for you.
Is he all right?
Yeah, he's fine, except apparently he's been picked up by the police.
Police? Or where is he?
He's back at school. They picked him up outside the public library and took him back.
Well, what's he been doing? Stealing books?
No, Mum. He's been skiving off school. Normal kids hang around fruit machines. Dan hangs around libraries.
So he has been playing truant.
Mick Johnson was right.
I know.
He hasn't been at school since half-term. This Thornton chap wants to see us.
Oh, God. Can today please never have happened? And that conversation with Mick Johnson, oh.
Was I very rude to him?
No, it wasn't you. It was me. I brought up all that business about the kids.
Large helpings of humble pie all round.
Daniel, supper's almost ready.
Is he okay?
Sulking up in his room.
Up in my room?
Not a word of remorse. As usual, he's completely in the right. And everybody else is in some grand conspiracy to stop him getting the education he needs. Will you have a word, Ollie, while I serve up?
Yeah, okay. If you try and sort these 2 out.
You know what it was? Nat never liked him. But I've left him now, so it's irrelevant.
Well, in that case, will you, for God's sake, kiss and make up and give the rest of us a break?
When you say kiss, I take it you're speaking metaphorically?
For goodness sake, George, just give your brother a hug.
Stand up, Nat. I've got to hug you.
Come on, Nat, don't be a baby. You're far too old to be embarrassed about kissing your sister. Do you remember how he was at the school sports day when I tried to kiss him?
That was just outright toe curling, Mum. You're not embarrassed now, are you, Nat?
Dear Mr. Thornton, I am writing to let you know that for the next 3 weeks, Daniel Simpson, Year 9, will be attending a computer course at Ninefield Grammar School. Yours sincerely, O.J. Simpson.
O.J.?
Well, let me point out it was my name long before it was his. Did you write this?
Yeah, on the computer.
And did you forge your father's signature?
Yeah.
Well, not very skillfully as it happens. It doesn't look anything like my signature. You never questioned this? You never rang us to check?
What about you? Did you forge a note?
No.
No wonder you got caught.
You're not so smart, Danny. You got caught too.
Only because a policeman spotted me.
So, what exactly did you two think you were playing at?
We weren't playing at anything. We just wanted to get a decent education.
Which implies you're not getting one here.
I'm not.
Daniel!
No, let him speak. So tell me what you've been doing since half-term, Daniel.
Well, I've read up on a load of stuff. Been to the Tate, the Walker Gallery.
Leo?
We went to the Maritime Museum. Found out all sorts about the slave trade.
Yeah, that was good. And I've been through some old maths papers and physics.
Well, that's fine. But, it's a bit haphazard, isn't it? No direction, no structure.
Well, it's not very directed or structured here, is it? No one cares. The kids mess around. The labs are pathetic. No books.
Yes. All right, Dan. I think you've made your point. Well, it all sounds rather damning.
Actually, Mr. Simpson, our exam results are well above average. And even if your son isn't satisfied by what we've got to offer...
Look, I've been sat here for 10 minutes now, and all we've done is talk about him. What about Leo? Is Danny more important than Leo because his parents speak the same way you do? I'm sorry, I don't mean to cause offence, but I couldn't care less about your son's education. I want to know what you're going to do to stop my lad here, Leo, getting into trouble.
Look, can we just deal with one item at a time?
Yeah, and I hope you can be much more effective than you were the last time I was in this office. So this lad turns up from some grammar school with these mad ideas in his head, and the next thing, Leo's wandering the streets all day.
We weren't wandering the streets.
Just hang on a minute. Have you ever thought about teaching the boys some manners?
Excuse me. You can't accuse Daniel of having no manners. Nobody ever said he was perfect, least of all me, but that's the one thing you cannot accuse him of.
Look, this isn't getting us anywhere.
Well, I was talking and he interrupted me.
You just interrupted Mr. Thornton.
Can I finish what I was saying? I'm saying that's how it starts, isn't it? Sagging off school, getting bored. Then it's a bit of shoplifting here, a bit of joyriding there. Next thing you know, the mugging old ladies. Look, I want my son here, in school. And I don't want him being influenced by some boy whose parents have got no control over him.
Hang on. Before you jump to any more conclusions about us, can I just give you a few facts? Before we moved here, Daniel was at a very prestigious grammar school where he just happened to be doing rather well. And with every respect to Mr. Thornton, Brookside Comp is simply not in the same league.
No, but it should be. That's my point. We shouldn't have to scrape together enough money to give our son a better education. It should be his right.
Well, there's a simple answer to that. If we had more pupils with Daniel's ability and motivation, then we could raise the standards overnight. But we haven't got them because the prestigious grammar schools have creamed them off.
Look, this is my son's future we're talking about here. This isn't any TV discussion programme. So what are you going to do about it? I mean, are you going to punish Danny? Do you even care?
I find that an extremely offensive accusation. Of course we care.
Well, he doesn't. He doesn't give a toss. But that doesn't matter, does it? He's always going to be all right. He'll get to the top no matter what. But it's not going to be that easy for my Leo.
Look, Mr. Johnson, please.
But that's what I'm saying. It should be that easy.
We know it should be, but it isn't. You know, we haven't all been born with silver spoons sticking out of our mouths, have we, OJ? Now, look, I'll just be grateful if he passes enough exams to get some kind of job and stay out of trouble.
Right. Well, if you'd like to wait outside for a moment, I think I ought to have a word with Daniel and Leo in private.
God, how humiliating. Being lectured on good parenting by Mick Johnson.
So go on then. What did he say?
Got this book. It's got to be signed by the teacher at the beginning and the end of each lesson. Just in case I teleport off somewhere in the middle.
Sounds fair enough to me.
Come beam me up, Scotty. I hate this place. I'm not staying on here, Dad. I hate it.
Well, I'm sorry, but you'll have to. There's no alternative.
Oh, yes, there is.
He's right, Belle. There is. And he took it.
Oh, come on,
No,
Ollie.
be fair. He made some very adult and sensible decisions.
Oh, that was very adult and sensible, getting Leo Johnson involved.
Well, no, not that. But the rest, though. Pretty enterprising, I thought. But look, Dan, education isn't just about academic success and getting into Oxbridge. It's about learning to mix, about getting on with people.
All right, I'll finish the term if that's what you want. But after that, I'm going back to my old school.
Look, we can't afford it.
You could afford it before.
That was when I had a job before I was made redundant.
What about redundancy pay?
How do you think we paid for the new house?
Well, what happened to the money from the old house?
Look, just leave it, Dan, all right?
Why won't anybody ever give me a straight answer? Why doesn't Mum just get another job?
It's not that easy.
Why not? You're not trying, are you?
We've been busy with the move.
I'm the only one who's making any effort in this family. Everyone else is just coasting along as usual. And I'm in a dump of a school. I've got to do a paper round to get any pocket money. Why won't anybody tell me what's going on?
Things are not as simple as they... Well, I know it all looks a bit odd, but there are reasons why. Well, here's what happened. The firm sent me on this management course,
That
and
was the bell. Go on, Dan. You should be in a lesson now. Go on.
Yeah, but I want Mum to...
Once in your life, Daniel, will you just do as you're told? Go! I thought you were going to tell me that.
Well, I know that we said that we
No, Belle.
But look at the poor kid, Ollie. He's so unhappy. He has a right to know why his world's collapsed around his ears. Ollie, if we made some big cuts, couldn't we just about scrape enough money to keep him at the grammar school?
What, £2 a term?
Well then, I'm sorry, it's not fair on him. We're going to have to tell him.
OK. It'll make you feel any better. And it probably will for about 5 minutes. But what's he going to do to Danny? He's too young, Belle. He'll judge you. And they don't have much compassion, kids of his age. Everything's either black or white.
So we stick to the story, even though he doesn't believe a word of it?
It doesn't matter.
But it's not fair, Ollie, not on him and not on me. And seeing him so miserable, knowing it's my fault.
And will it ease your conscience if he knows why his career at the grammar's over?
Well, it would ease my conscience knowing I could do something about it. For God's sake, Ollie, we're meant to be educated, intelligent people. I mean, maybe Mick Johnson across the road can't do much to change things for Leo, but if we can't make things right for Dan, I mean, look at us, we've got all the advantages.
Except money.
All right then, I'll get money.
Oh, yeah? Post office hold-up, bank robbery?
That's not funny. Don't make a joke of it. This is Dan's life. I'll get a job.
That easy, huh?
Well, any job will do. Dan's right. Why haven't I even tried? Because I'm too ashamed to show my face out there where everybody knows about me, that's why.
Look, Belle.
And don't interrupt. Danny is going back to the old school next term if I've got to scrub floors to get him there.
West Indies. Oh, look at the colour of the sea.
Deserted beaches. We'd have the whole place to ourselves. Well, apart from the local vicar.
Vicar?
Yeah, listen, we sail out on a boat and he marries us under a palm umbrella. And then we watch the sun sink slowly over the Caribbean. Can I pick a honeymoon or can I pick a honeymoon?
Well, yeah, it looks great, but...
Oh, I knew you'd love it. Listen, why don't I give him a call now?
Nat, slow down. What's the panic for?
Look, how do you feel about bringing the wedding forward?
Nat.
Look, I don't think I can wait another 2 months. It feels like 2 years away. I just want us to be married as soon as possible.
We've been through this before, and we both agreed it wouldn't be fair on our families. Me mum would be in bits if she didn't see me wed in a church.
Yeah, I know, but I just want us to be together, properly, as soon as we can. I want to be out of here as well. We're all living on top of each other. Please.
I couldn't do it to me mum and dad. You know what a church wedding means to them. I'm sorry, babe, but we're getting married in August with all my family there and all yours.
Bye. Right, I'm off. Wish me luck.
Luck, Mum.
See you.
Aye, aye. What's going on here? Off somewhere special, are we?
No, not really.
Well, you're certainly done up to the nines. Must be a hot day, say. Never mind, I won't say anything. Mum's aware.
Now, if you'll excuse me.
Yeah, sure. See you soon, eh? Bye. Snooty throws.
Night, Mum. Night, darling. Sleep well. And you.
What's up?
It's this place. You can hear everything.
When we'll have to be quiet then, won't we? Pretend you're on your Caribbean island. Oh, you haven't still got a cob on, have you? Because I wouldn't run away with you and get married.
No.
Well, what is it then?
I'm gonna be up early tomorrow. I'm really tired. I'm sorry.
Sleepy Joe. Everyone's gone out. We've got the place to ourselves. So,
Jules,
what's up?
don't. I'm tired.
Are you sure it's not me you're tired of?
No, of course not.
What's up then?
Nothing's up.
No, that's the problem.
Look, just because I don't feel like sex, it doesn't mean I've gone off you.
Why don't you want it?
I've told you I'm tired. I just want to go to sleep.
Sorry I woke you.
Hi, Georgia.
Oh, hello, you. What are you doing here?
Oh, I hope you don't mind. I mean, if you're dead busy.
Oh, no, it's okay. What's up?
Have you got a minute? I just fancied a chat.
Oh, right. Come on, then. I'll get you a coffee. What's in your mind?
Nothing really. Has Nat said anything to you?
What about?
Well, like, what he thinks about me. Like whether he's gone off me.
Nat? No. Why would he go off you?
I don't know. He's just gone dead weird on me.
Weird? What, like trying on your underwear or something?
No, nothing like that. He's just gone off it. You know, sex.
Since when?
Well, only the last couple of days, really. Oh, it's not like him. I'm just worried that he's gone off me and he's too scared to tell me.
Well, have you asked him?
Well, yeah. He says he still loves me and everything, but I just think he's hiding something. God, I can't even believe I'm talking about this.
Hey, come on. Look, I'm glad you feel you can talk to me. You know how Nat's been about these exams. It's probably that. His mind's been somewhere else.
Do you reckon?
Trust me.
Are we in safe hands?
Well, I do think she's rather good. You'll be getting her life history as well as a
Oh.
facial. She's related to the chap who has the hairdresser's his sister, I think.
Oh, yeah.
So you're treating yourself to a little pampering as well.
Well, I rather think I deserve it. I think I've got myself a job with a little help from a friend.
Congratulations! Doing what?
In the fabric department at Millard's. It's not definite yet, but she's put in a good word for me, so I thought I'd go ahead, even if it is a little bit premature.
Oh, I'm sure you'll get it. Actually, I'm doing some celebrating.
Oh?
Max has given me a bit of a promotion. I've joined the management team.
Oh, it sounds really high-powered. Max must be very impressed. What about you and he? Are you on an even keel?
Actually, we're partners in more than just business.
You're not?
You just swept me off my feet.
A swine.
And this time, I think it's for good.
Bet you a fiver Dad
Oi.
doesn't notice you've been top to toed.
Make it a tenner, I might consider it.
Do you know chocolate's supposed to be an aphrodisiac?
Thank you for sharing that with us.
Pity you don't like it very much, eh, Nat? Could do wonders for your love life.
She gets worse.
Haven't you heard a knocking?
Thought you'd fancy a coffee.
Yeah, well, I've just had one, thanks.
Well, it's here if you want it. Nat, if you ever need to talk to me about anything, I'm always here, you know that. Trouble shared and all that?
I haven't got any troubles.
It's not what I've heard.
What's that supposed to mean?
I, had a little tete-a-tete with my new pal, Jules, yesterday. She came into work to see me.
Why?
She was worried. Thought you'd gone off her. You know, because you don't want to have sex with her anymore.
We never used to have problems like that, did we, Nat?
What's Jules been telling you?
Everything. She needed someone to confide in.
She had no right talking to you about stuff like that.
Oh, come on, Nat. She was really worried about it. Anyway, what was the problem? Mind on other things?
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
What?
Winding me up. Well, I've told you before, it won't work. I love Jules, and the sooner you realise that, the better. Then maybe you'll leave the pair of us alone.
I'm going to start running out of excuses for not making love to her soon. What are you going to do then, Nat?
Just get out.
It's not fair on her. You're just stringing her along.
I said, get out!
Right. I'll leave you two lovebirds to it. Night, Jules.
Night, George.
Night, Nat.
Night.
What's the matter with you? You've been dead moody all night.
Yeah, well, maybe that's because I don't like the idea of members of my family knowing all about our sex life.
Oh.
Yeah, oh, what were you thinking of telling George about us? It's private.
I was worried. I thought you'd gone off me. I just needed someone to talk to, and seeing as though Georgia seems to know you better than anyone else, I thought I'd ask her advice.
Yeah, well, in future, don't discuss anything about us with her. All right?
Yeah, right.
She's just come down now.
I just wanted a quick word. I've got the kids in the car. No university today.
No, exams are finished. I'm just chilling out for a bit.
Oh.
Skiving more like. Hi.
Hi, just popped over to wish you all the best with the interview.
Oh, thanks. Well, I've just had a phone call from a friend who works there, and apparently none of the other applicants are suitable, so looks like the job's mine.
Brilliant. Well, you get it on appearances, if nothing else.
Well, first impressions, power dressing, all that stuff.
We'll best get these kids to school. Good luck, anyway.
Thanks. Things still going well for you, Max?
Well, we're taking things slowly. Max and I have brushed things in the past.
But they're running the course.
Certainly seem to be. Getting on better than ever. He's a changed man. Oh, hi, Dan. Bye.
Bye. Daniel, will you not barge past like that? It's really rude.
I'm sorry, I'm behind time. Got chased by this dog. Ripped this guy's magazine to shreds.
Excuses, you're just slow.
Dan, your printer's churning out a load of stuff, you know.
Oh, no. Where are you going now? You'll be late for school.
What is all this stuff he keeps printing out?
I don't know, but the phone bill's going to be monstrous. Going to have to stop it.
It's probably pictures of naked women from the internet. We'll check under his bed when he's gone to school.
Do you mind, George?
Well, I'm surprised you let him surf, Mum. There's all sorts of stuff on there.
Well, you know how your dad feels about censorship. We've been on about it ad infinitum.
Right. Shower for me.
Don't mention it.
What are you doing here?
I'm next.
Where's Mum?
Don't flap, she's downstairs.
George, please get out.
Why? What's the problem?
You know what the problem is. Look, just let me have the bathroom to myself, please.
I'll dry your back.
Mum!
Yeah?
Can you please tell George to let me have the bathroom to myself, please?
Does he ever change, eh, Mum?
Well, I don't know what all the fuss is about. There's nothing you've got she's not seen already.
Look, I don't want her in here with me. I'm getting changed.
Come on, darling. Let your little brother finish his washes.
Thank you.
How do I look? Beautiful.
Break a leg, Mum.
Yeah, good luck. Well, according to inside information, I won't need it. If I perform well at the interview, the job's mine. I'll be their next buyer.
Well, the champagne's already on ice.
Right, I'm off.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Nat.
George, I'm busy.
All right, Simo.
All right.
Can't believe I've got so much work to catch up on.
You better get started then, hadn't you?
There's too much. I wish I never sagged off school the other week. My dad's gonna kick off when he sees me report.
What you gotta do?
History, Romans and Britain.
Go to the library, you got loads of stuff on the CD room now.
It's got to be in by tomorrow. And I've got a geography and science project to bring in as well.
Tell you what, I'll see if there's anything on the internet for you.
What do you mean?
I'll just do a bit of surfing. Quince had a load of work out for me this morning. I'll just see if anyone's got any essays or info about the Romans. And then we can do a deal.
What sort of deal?
You don't expect to get it for nothing, do you?
I've got to pay you.
It's going to take me a bit of time to look for it, you know. And time's money.
And what happens if it's a load of crap?
Well, read it first, and if it looks any good, you pay for it. Hey, it's you who's got your dad to answer to.
All right. I'm in.
Good. And with a bit of luck, you'll have it by tonight.
All right. Nice one.
Drinkies?
Yeah, Steve Forbes, please.
Thanks.
Hi, Steve. Listen, I really thought I was going to make it in today, but this bug's really getting a hold. Yeah. Well, see how I am tomorrow. Yeah, thanks. Bye.
You're not ill.
I might be.
There's nothing wrong with you.
Thought you were doing architecture, not medicine. Anyway, gives me a chance to spend a little bit of time with my brother. What you doing?
Planning my coursework design.
You're going to be a brilliant architect, Nat.
Thanks. Georgia, please.
Where's Jules today?
She's at work. Look, can I get on with this, please?
I've been thinking. About the wedding?
I mean, what about it?
It's the wrong move.
Georgia, don't.
Won't work, Nat. You want it to work, but it won't work. There's an inevitability about some things. Destiny. And deep down you know where your destiny is, don't you?
Hello?
In here, Mum. How'd it go?
Can't believe how stress-free it was.
And?
Who knows?
Did they ask lots of trick questions?
Yeah, loads, but I think I spotted them all. In fact, I think they signposted them.
When will you know for sure?
A couple of days.
Well, sounds like it's in the bag, Mum. Tea?
Yeah, great.
Right, I'll just pop to the loo and then I'll make a nice Earl Grey.
I think I might finally have left the ranks of the unemployed.
Well, I hope so, Mum. You deserve it.
Thanks. So does Danny. If I do get it, we'll be able to afford a decent school for him. So, how's your day been? George, you behaving herself?
No, she's been a complete pain.
I heard that.
Mum, I was thinking of getting in contact with Martin.
But why? You can't stand him.
Yeah, well, I don't have his children. I just want to see George happy again.
Yeah, I suppose so. Anything's worth a try. That's wonderful. I'd love to.
Hi, Mum.
I'll get that up in writing to you today. Thanks. Bye.
What is it?
They've offered me the job. I've got it.
Brilliant.
I must phone your dad. I can't believe it.
Oh, there's you thinking you were destined for the scrap heap.
I must send Tessa some flowers. She's pulled loads of strings. Oh, it's engaged.
Well, it's nice to see nepotism isn't dead after all.
The old hockey stick's still working. I must get some new clothes.
No, just dust off the old ones.
No, not last year's haute couture. I see Jaeger beckoning. We must celebrate.
Well, it's a long time since we had something to celebrate.
Yeah, perhaps I could do my barbecue. Belle Simpson back in town.
Mum, it's Martin. Come in.
Thanks. God, this is a bit smaller than your last place.
Yeah, well, you know, maybe size isn't really all that important.
Hello, Martin.
Hi, Belle.
You look well.
Yeah.
Sit down. Drink?
Great. Tea, please.
So, still playing rugby?
Yeah, we won promotion last season.
Oh, great.
Forgive me for saying, but isn't this all a little odd?
What?
Well, you getting in touch.
Why is that odd?
Well, we haven't exactly got on since I started seeing Georgia, and well, now you're trying to push us back together. What's going on?
I'm not trying to push anyone together. We just thought it would be good if you two sat down and talked.
So, where is she?
Well, she's out at the moment, but she'll be back soon.
I'm surprised she's even agreed to see me.
Actually, she doesn't know you're here.
You're kidding.
Look, Martin, somebody had to organise something. You and Georgie have to get together in the same room and talk.
Mum, that looks like Martin's car outside.
Hello, Georgia.
What are you doing here?
I thought maybe...
It was me. I asked him to come.
What for?
We thought it would be good if you two sat down and talked.
Oh, what are you after? Mediation or reconciliation?
Well, I've...
You know, I never really got my head around this.
Around what?
Well, you and your about turn.
I made a mistake.
Is that it? Mistake? It was like I'd married a different woman from the one I'd known only the day before. I think I deserve an explanation.
I can't explain. I'm sorry.
Why did Nat bring me here?
Nat?
Yeah. Nat phoned and said I should come, but...
I've made a sandwich. Shall we eat in here?
Why not al fresco?
I'll just pop to the loo.
How's it going?
It's not.
Well, you should clear the air at least. There's no point in acrimony between you.
Mum, it's not acrimonious. It'll just never work, and Martin knows that.
Nat? Lunch. Why are you doing this?
What?
You really think I'm going to go back with him just because you brought him down here? It won't work. You know what I want.
So when do you start the new job, Mum?
Oh, they haven't given me a starting date yet. Have to start reading the trade magazines, get my brain into gear.
Well, I'm really pleased for you, Mum. You deserve it.
Making any progress?
Not yet. I'd love it all to be back on again, but, I don't think there's much point.
She can be stubborn.
To be honest, I think part of the problem is you.
Me?
Yeah. Well, you must have set some standards. Not much chance of me meeting them anyway.
What do you mean?
Nat does this, Nat does that, Nat's so good at whatever.
Oh, come on, she's just having you on. We're just your average brother and sister. We barely tolerated each other when we were kids.
That's not what Georgia says. As far as she's concerned, you're the perfect man. I guess I just can't live up to that.
Why don't you just relax, Georgia, and Nat can take these.
Yeah, sure.
Mum's very unsubtle, isn't she?
She probably just wants the best for you.
Martin. I'm sorry, but I still feel the same. I don't want us to be forced together.
What if we went to marriage guidance? Relate or something?
I can't. I know it's difficult. And I feel bad for the way things have turned out. But I'll be staying here from now on. As soon as I can, I'll clear everything of mine out of the house.
So, are we communicating through solicitors next?
I'm not looking to score points. It'd be best if we could come to a quick agreement about the house and things.
Yeah. You know, I'd give anything to give it one last try.
I know. But it wouldn't be right to make any promises I couldn't keep.
Yeah. You're right. Give my regards to your dad.
Yeah. Take care.
See ya.
Really expect me to just walk off into the sunset with Martin?
No, but at least I expect you to give him some consideration.
About what? It's all very noble of him to have come round here for some heart-to-heart. But my marriage is finished, Mum. It's over. If something's dead, let's bury it and move on.